shady side. Staying on this topic of Rahm Emanuel, now there's a substantive issue, especially since now you've described what your working relationship would be. And there is rumors afoot that pension reform, which did not come to the city of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel has a problem. He's got a $20 billion unfunded police and fire pension system. And there's a lot of talk that he is going to be coming tin cup in hand to the General Assembly asking for some kind of state support, slash bailout. What would be your response as governor to Mayor Emanuel seeking state assistance to solve the city's unfunded pension liability problem? Start with Senator Brady.
Well, there's no question it is a serious problem, and we certainly don't want to see Chicago go the way of Detroit. Some financial experts would argue that it's very close. I have supported pension reform for the city of Chicago. We've actually voted for and passed pension reform for the parks and for the sanitary district. But as I told a group today, the mayor's got a long way to go. In Illinois, we were able to bring about pension reform because many of us went around the state and trumpeted the need. We convinced the voters that it had to happen. 85% of the voters believe we needed pension reform in the state of Illinois. Even many of the people who are relying on the pension systems understand the need. But the mayor hasn't really sold his argument to the citizens of Chicago. And until he goes out and sells why the city of Chicago needs pension reform, I don't think he's going to get it. He can't just come to the legislature and ask them to bail him out. He's got to put forth a platform of what meaningful pension reform is, like the sanitary district and like the park district did. He's got to work within the trenches in his own city. And then, when he comes to me as governor, or maybe before that, to the legislature, we'll listen to what he's done. But he's got a lot of work to do before he should come and ask the legislature to bail him out without showing some leadership on his own part.
Thank you, Senator Dillard.
And I too have voted for pension reform for the city of Chicago. What gets lost sometimes in the discussion is we redid the pension system for the CTA drivers and mass transit drivers. Jim Riley, former head of the RTA, always goes, you guys always forget that the first real pension reform you did involved the CTA and mass transit. Senator Brady pointed out, and Mayor Emanuel's been to our caucus. Senator Radonio had him in, and he gave a good presentation to our caucus about the need for the kinds of relief that his city needs. So obviously I'm going to listen to Mayor Emanuel. I do agree with Senator Brady. He needs to go out and make his case. The city of Lombard, where my office is, their entire real estate levy is essentially today used to pay police and fire pensions. And so it's not only Mayor Emanuel, it is most municipalities and cities in the state that have issues. And I would hope that Mayor Emanuel, along with all of the mayors of the state of Illinois, would get together and bring forth a plan that begins the discussion in the state legislature to the next step on pension reform. And I guess just to close on this question, I want to just say it is time. We have some real issues in this state. And I'm going to be a governor for all of Illinois, but I know I'm standing here in one of the collar counties, Will County. And I've had the honor of representing part of Will County in the legislature. But it is time for the collar counties to have a governor that understands our unique issues, whether it's infrastructural or mass transit funding, or as Senator Brady pointed out, the unique things that deal with school finance that drive our real estate taxes up. It's time for a Collar County governor, folks.
Thank you. Senator Rutherford.
I want to answer your question, but I'm going to break it in two pieces, if I may, Dan, because if your question is with regards to working with the mayor and the mayors of other cities to look at changes in the pension system statutorily, yes, I'm open for those discussions. I think it's a healthy one to have and all at the table. If your question is, as governor, would I support subsidies to the city of Chicago for their pension system? No. I do have to beg to differ slightly, or maybe I concur with Senator Dillard. Because in regards to this Collar County business, I happen to have been a vice president of ServiceMaster Corporation in Senator Dillard's home county of DuPage for 25 years. So I think I probably qualify as that suburban Collar County kind of guy. And having been from central Illinois my entire life, to be real candid with you, I don't think it means a hill of beans. Where somebody happens to grow up, if they have looked at all of Illinois, have lived in Chicago, have worked in the suburbs, have lived in central Illinois, and has been able to be elected statewide. I think there's a lot of criteria on who should be the next governor of Illinois.
Thank you.